Looking like a quarter lick. Run up on me, you get hit. And all my bitches with the shit. Bronx, New York, it's a bitch. Looking like a quarter lick.
Hey YouTube!
What's going on, you guys? We're back with another video today. Liza&Tori, Tori and Liza. That's not it. Tori and Liza, Liza&Tori.
This is the third video that we've ever filmed for you guys. So as you see, ain't no stopping us now, right?
Right.
So today we're gonna pretend like we're beauty gurus. We're gonna chit chat, talk about life while we do our makeup. As you see, we got a bare face.
Take my glasses off now.
Those glasses are cute. Where's my phone? I should probably put that on sound.
No. I gotta keep my phone on because I got people calling my phone, you know what I'm saying? No, you don't.
Neither one of us are professional makeup artists, so...
But our family tells us we are.
My mom tells me I'm special.
My mom doesn't tell me that.
I wish y'all could see this setup that we have going on to even make this happen. I guess we're just gonna go ahead and get started.
Alright, I'm gonna start with like what we start off with.
Yeah, what primer do you use?
I use Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studios. I just found it at Walmart and I got it because it said Prime on it.
I didn't know you got this.
Yeah, I don't like...
Blur and smooth.
I don't know nothing about makeup. So I just bought it. But, you know, I guess it works pretty good. I can't
it comes
tell
out
no difference.
white.
I can't tell no difference with none of the stuff.
I use the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. This ain't the best primer that I've ever used in my life, but it comes out like a little jelly kind of silicone consistency, and I kind of like that, so.
I usually let mine sit for like 5 minutes, but I'm not going to do that today. I feel like if you let it sit.
I didn't know that you would do that. I feel like you just be slapping this shit on.
No, I feel like if you let it sit and like it stays there for like, you know, 5 minutes, then it's, you know, it works. But if I just start doing it right after, then I don't feel like it works.
Hold on. I gotta get my Mario Badescu. What's wrong with you? Who?
My nose.
Oh, your nose. I thought you said someone was making you mad.
Who's gonna make me mad?
I don't know. You know, when you're on your period, it's easy. Sorry.
Now, if I pushed you out the chair right now, I would really be on my period.
No, because then I'm gonna push you back, and you don't want that. So,
when
I first start off, I just put like this Aquaphor on my lips, just because you gotta have your lips moisturized. So then, by the time it's time to put on lipstick, you're ready to go.
Life sucks. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, you're so dramatic.
I'm sorry, but like,
you want some spray?
So
you want some? I got the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. This is my shiznits.
What's it supposed to do?
It's good just to hydrate. It's good to set your makeup. I like to hydrate my face because I'm not using foundation. And
I thought we was putting foundation on.
I'm not using foundation because my foundation makes me look orange. So I'm using everything except foundation.
I thought you said we were doing a full face.
I said I'm using everything except for foundation.
No, you didn't tell me that before this though.
But I just told you the other night and got time for this shit.
Who is that?
Somebody that I don't know, because the only people ringing my phone is unknown callers. Anyway, even if you're not using foundation, you should use a good, what is it called? Primers, because it's just like, this is a pore eraser. I still need my pores erased, even if I'm not wearing foundation. So now I'm about to spray my Mario Badescu. You don't wanna? And while that starts to do its thing, I'm about to go in with my highlighter. I need a little bit more. I feel like I didn't put enough on. You can get this at Ulta.
You put a lot on. I didn't even put that much on.
Because then, like, while it's still wet, you gotta go in and apply your highlights.
I'm putting foundation on since that's what I thought we were doing. Let me go wet my
Attitude.
thing. I don't have no attitude.
Can I see this? So you put on as much highlight as you need.
If you're supposed to wet your makeup, what is this thing called? Your brush, your
beauty blender.
Yeah, your blender. But
that's the real
what
technique.
I saw on. Yeah, this is what I saw on, like, you know, YouTube tutorials. People wet their.
I forgot that I'm so blind that I can't even see myself. We gotta chit chat about something. Let's talk about men and they trash tendencies. Since our analytics show that we got mostly females on here. Mostly women. We wanted to make our YouTube channel like a girl space, you know? Just like a space where us girls can come together and dog men out. I'm just kidding.
Right. We don't want to dog them out because we still want one.
Yeah, if that's what you're into.
Yeah, if you're not into men, then dog women out too. I don't really know about that, but I'm sure
everyone's trash. It's not just men. But yeah, we wanted to like make our YouTube channel like a safe place where we just like we give you all the advice. We teach y'all how to do stuff, like how not to do makeup, like how I'm doing right now.
I'm sorry.
What are you eating?
That was a mint. If you watched our first video, then you know what kind of mint that was.
Yeah, so there's not really a lot of like best friend vloggers, and like in all of our videos it's gonna be like me and her, like the two of us. To fill my eyebrows, I use the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Y'all, if you don't use this, anybody who told you to use otherwise is a liar.
I literally don't use that.
Liar.
This shit don't say, this say Erica Badu.
That did not say no Erica Badu.
It say Fabu Brow.
Sis need to keep staying on track.
I mean, what were some topics that you were like thinking?
I was thinking
you wanted to do like your first kiss or like.
Okay, I guess we can talk about our little first kiss stories. Y'all,
you go first.
My first kiss, I was. How old are you when you're in the 8th grade?
13.
12? Okay, I was 12, 13. Whatever, I was in the 8th grade. So, if you go to school in the United States, you would know how old you are in the 8th grade. And hopefully I'm not the only one who has a stupid story like this, but like I had a little play boyfriend or whatever. If you watching this, which you probably aren't, but you know who you are. And we all had, like, all my friends in our group, like, we had like a friend group, we all had play boyfriends. And so they were all like, oh my god, y'all need to kiss. Oh my god, y'all gotta kiss, y'all gotta kiss.
Ew, that's gross.
So,
that's disgusting.
So, I was in gym class. And my gym class was like right before it was time to like get on the buses and go home. It was like almost time to leave, so gym class was basically over. We were waiting for the buses to be called. And I was like, I can't kiss him now because like what if I miss the bus? Which
that used to be my biggest fear. Like
yeah,
my mom
missing the bus.
Thing about it is my mom was a whole stay-at-home mom, so I don't know why I was scared.
My mom was a stay-at-home mom too when I was that age. And
it's like I don't know why I was scared, but I was scared. It was like, oh my god.
So like my friend Ken, if you watching this, shout out to Ken. He was like, just do it, like you gotta kiss him, blah blah blah, everybody waiting. So we're in the gym, a bunch of people are there, and I'm like, oh my god, if I get caught, I'm gonna be in so much trouble, because you know you're not supposed to be kissing people.
Oh yeah, middle school, that was against the rules.
Yeah, that's against the rules.
You could touch, no holding.
You could hug. I was just so scared we were gonna get caught, but eventually they all like, you know, pushed me towards it, and like we like kissed in this little corner. And it was like just a little peck, really quick. Oh yeah, so that's it. I kissed him. I was so happy. We took a picture right after. Like, that was the happiest I've ever looked. Oh, it's on my Facebook. I have to show you that picture. So
yours sounds like one of the little cute ones in the movies and stuff. Mine is not like that at all. Let me tell y'all how mine went. Well, my first one was in the 2nd grade. I was playing a line with this little white boy in the McDonald's. And
my
he
God.
was Aladdin and I was Jasmine. So yeah, that was my first one. My brother saw us and then he snitched on me. But whatever. Think about it. This a grown man. Well, he wasn't grown, but like I'm 6 years old and you're like what, 13, 14? You snitch on me? That was my first kind of. And then my second first kiss that I actually like consider my first kiss happened in high school. I wasn't one of those people who like had men's or whatever. Like
Mints.
I was not one of those people who was like, oh my god, like one day you have a boyfriend and one day you don't. I was like, let me get one, and then like, wow,
You good?
wow, I caught a man, but I caught a man. Me and this guy, I was 16 when I basically had my first kiss, and I was taking him like. I was driving and like I had dropped him off, so I was just like waiting, and we had talked about it. You know how like with guys you're like, oh okay, well you said
What would you do? What would you do if I kissed you right now? I would
Not
kiss
like
you
that.
back.
It was not like that. It was not like that at all.
This is funnier because I know him. Like I was her friend.
It was
that
not
time.
like that at all. But like we had talked about it, so it wasn't like a thing. Like I kind of knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right now I don't even like kind of remember, but it was just like we were in the car and like he had to go, and so I was like, I'm not finna make the first move. You not finna. If you don't kiss me, alright. You just gonna text me and be like, why we ain't kissed? Cause you ain't kissed me. That's how I feel about it. But he was about to like go, and so then he was like bye, and I was like bye, and then. Like it was like so weird because it wasn't even like a real kiss. It was like a I don't even know what it was. It was really weird and just not a great first kiss.
Mm-hmm.
But then the second time it was like a lot better, you know.
But that was with like tongue, right?
No, we didn't. That was my first. That was like the first time we had kissed.
Yeah, but it wasn't with tongue.
No.
Oh.
He might have accidentally slipped his tongue inside my mouth, but I wasn't trying to do none of that. That soon. I was like, it was awful. It was awful. It was just not a good kiss.
How was Tori? I feel like, how was your peg? Just awful.
It wasn't even. It was like he came in like okay. He came in towards me and I was like okay. It was a hug and then it was like a smush. It was like a smush. It wasn't even a kiss. It was like a. And so I was like. That sucked, and it was like funny, but then again it wasn't funny, and so then we just laughed about it. After that, we kissed all the time. I deleted this video because we don't talk anymore, but like there was a video of us kissing.
What?
You don't remember that video? I think Tiffany took it.
No, I don't remember that.
She took a video of us kissing.
Like high school lovers.
Hey, Cuzzo. You can come in.
Hi.
Hey, Liza.
This is
Y'all
my
so
cousin.
pretty.
You can come and say hi.
Yeah, you can stand like back here so they can
Guys, I
see.
look rough right now.
Alright, well my cousin's here. She don't want to come in the thing. There she goes. That's my cousin Tia.
Yes, drop down a little bit so they can see your face.
There she is. I don't know if they can
Say,
see
like, I just meant like where our heads are.
Yeah, like middle.
Hello, cousin.
Hi.
Hello, Eliza.
Hi,
How are y'all?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
We can talk about our first makeout sessions. My first makeout session, he told me it was good. And then he gonna go back and be like, oh, that was so much better than the first time. I was like, what? The first guy I kissed was the first person who I made out with. And he was like, oh, that was so much better than the first time. And I was like, so you just gonna sit there and pretend like you ain't tell me that the first time was so amazing? Which, I mean, we sat there and like, that was my first time making out. So I didn't know how to, do the tongue or whatever. Now, your girl. They say Tauruses are like good kissers, and I believe it too.
Okay.
Whatever, ask everybody. But you ain't gonna be like, Tori was the best one.
Oh my god, you're funny.
Yeah, the first time was awful. But you get better at it, So if you haven't had your first kiss yet,
Yeah.
don't think like, when I was younger, like I didn't really get attention from guys like that in middle school. So I was like, oh, everybody else gets their first kiss. I didn't get my first kiss till I was in high school.
If you have not kissed somebody and you're younger than us, so like I'm 19, she's about to be 19, like don't feel pressured to kiss somebody just because you like them or that's just because that's your boyfriend. If you don't feel comfortable, don't do it.
Yeah.
And don't feel weird just because your other friends have like had their first kiss, because like when me and Tori first became friends, I'd already kissed somebody before and she hadn't. Like,
Yeah. And I ain't never did nothing with no boys by this time. I was not like a, I don't know, I was ugly. That was the problem right there. I just didn't attract guys. I mean, you know.
No, I mean, like when we're younger, like people like the stereotypical girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, little, really small, you know, pretty hair, you know. Yeah. Pretty face, you know, no acne. I had acne. I had acne, and I still have acne.
Me too.
So that was like a really big, like, I hated my face so much because my acne it stopped me from doing a lot.
Yeah.
But you know, it's not like horrible now. But you know, I'm thinking like I'm getting a little bit too grown for this stuff. It kept popping up still. Do you remember your first makeout session? What was it we were doing? Oh no, I remember now. I was there. I was there.
I really feel like we shouldn't even discuss that because that's so like. Just know I was in high school. I was in a classroom.
They was getting it in. Had to knock on the door. Make sure y'all wasn't making babies or something. Just kidding.
I wouldn't even call that like a makeout session.
It was a makeout session.
You weren't in there with us?
I was there for enough time to know.
Y'all all left me in there and I was clearly uncomfortable. Guys,
if
your friend feels uncomfortable, don't leave her. Cause that's like friend 101.
One thing about it is I ain't know. I was just, she was finna kiss him today. That's how I was. I was like, you know what? Don't be what we say is like, don't be a pea. Which you know what they call like kitty cat. Don't be that. You know? And I mean, we didn't really have that motto at this time, but like,
I mean,
don't be a pussy.
That wasn't the first time that I had kissed him.
I know, but this was like a makeout.
After that happened, I went into like a computer lab and fell out on the floor.
Yeah, she did. And I was like, this girl is extra.
I'm so embarrassed, but like, I still like remember. I was like, oh my God.
I just remember thinking she was finna pass out.
I was thinking like, okay, let this be over so I can get out of here and fall out.
Yeah, she was very traumatized. I don't know why.
I wasn't traumatized.
You acted traumatized.
I was just like, did that just happen to me? I'm not even the type of person to do this. But yeah, I was in 9th grade. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Like I said, I wouldn't consider that a makeout session. But you know, everybody remembers stuff differently. Literally. But yeah, if you like don't kiss somebody that you don't want to kiss, are you gonna have a regret? I'm happy about who I first kissed. Like my first kiss.
Yeah, I don't regret the first person I kissed either.
Yeah. But you just like never know. Like if you kiss somebody that you don't want to kiss, then you might, like, it's not one of those big deals. Yeah, with everything, just like anything else, just like anything further than kissing, you have to take your time and be ready. You know, don't let anyone pressure you, because it's not that, like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. It's gonna seem like it at the time, but like it ain't. This is probably the worst makeup job I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, but just like she said, make sure you're ready, and you know, make sure he's ready. You know, not depending on what the situation is, whether y'all don't know if you want to hug him or not. Yeah, her,
whoever,
him, her, he, she, whatever you
identify as. Like, make sure they're both ready. You don't want to kiss someone who don't want to kiss you. I can tell you that. Been there, done that.
I don't think I ever did that.
What else can we talk about?
Since we're both in college, we haven't talked about like what we're both majoring in and stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm an English major with a concentration of writing and rhetoric. So I want to be a writer, an author to be exact, but I write all types of things, poetry.
My hand's gonna freeze off. In Antarctica.
Fiction, blogs. I have a blog. We need to link my blog down below. I'm gonna link my blog. But yeah, so what's your major?
My major is pre-early childhood education. I plan on being a kindergarten teacher, but obviously teaching K through 5th grade. Yeah.
That's so sweet. She's really good with kids, you guys, so
Yeah, I love kids. We can say, like, I want 5 kids. Actually, I want 4, and I want to adopt the 5th one.
If I'm being completely honest, I don't like children like that. Once they get, like, old enough to, like, back talk, I don't even want you in my face. But I do want kids. I used to not want kids, but now I do. Just a little family to come home to. Like 2, maybe. That would be pushing it. 1 is like my...
I don't see how people can just have 1 kid. Like, how can you just have 1 child?
Girl, I don't see how people can have a bunch. Like, why are you cursing your other children?
1 child is not enough. Like, who they supposed to play with?
Yeah, I mean, that's the reason why I would have, because, like, my brother is my best friend, like, at the moment. We sometimes, like, hate each other, but, like, he's my best friend. So it's like, you know, if I was only child, I wouldn't have him. So I want my kids to be best friends and super close like me and my brother are. And my sister, like, but she's 8 years younger than me, so that's why I mentioned my brother. But yeah, when we were younger, we used to play together a lot, so we're 3 years apart, if that. So I feel like that's a good age range. How many?
Like I said, I want mine to be back to back to back.
Oh my god.
Push them jokers out!
We want them, like, them jokers a year apart, y'all.
Basically. They turn 1, let y'all know. I'm pregnant! Oh, not for real. I said that too loud. I think my dad right here. He'd be like, what?
Comment below if y'all use, like, mascara primers, because, like, this will be my 2nd time using this. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Base Primer. I don't know how this works.
My hands is frozen.
We had to cut off the heater because you guys could hear it.
Yeah, that's that. We already talked about where we're from. Places we want to travel.
Y'all, before I die, I have to go to Greece. Like, it's a have to. I'm going to Greece, and I'm saying that right now. You gotta, what is it, claim or your affirmations. I'm going to Greece before I die. It's on my bucket list. Mykonos, Santorini, you know, typical tourist places, but also, like, I do want to just bop around and then eventually just start bopping around Europe. Florence, Italy. Gotta go to Paris. Typical stuff. I just gotta travel because I've never been out the country. I've never been on a plane. Small town gal right here. Po pimpin'. So, like, I just want to travel anywhere and everywhere.
I have been out of the country several times. My dad was in the military, 24 years. So when I was 5, we moved to Italy. And he was stationed in Naples for 3 years. So I've been to Florence, Venice, Barcelona, Germany, Paris, Sicily, which was my favorite place, and then I'm sure plenty other places. I was only, like, you know, I was young, so I don't remember it. That's why I really want to go back to the places where I, you know, went from the beginning. And even, like, you know, maybe possibly teach over there, because I know that they have, like, the state will allow you, or like the government will allow you to go over there and teach the children whose parents do work overseas who are from here. So I just feel like that would be such a cool job to, like, work overseas and, you know, basically be a teacher in Italy. Like, what?
That's cool.
I know, right? But also I would be alone because my family lives in America and I'm not too great with long distance.
I feel like it would be fun though.
Crap.
Like, you could go and then, like, I could come up and come over.
Yeah, it would be fun.
And, like,
I would have a lot of fun doing it.
you wouldn't be alone the whole time.
Yeah. And I'm sure my parents would most likely, my parents will be retired by that time, so Who knows if they'll probably just come out and stay. I could probably convince them. No, I'm not gonna live with them after a certain age though. That's dead.
I think we should talk about like people who are going applying to college as their senior year. It's your senior year in high school. You're trying to apply to colleges, do all that. Actually, you should have already. I mean, I'm not gonna scare you if you haven't, but like, it's March, so you should already be
Looking into it.
well on your way of finishing up, at least like rounding off your applications and stuff like that. But like, don't go to the places your friends are going, okay? That's like one mistake I know I made as a senior in high school. I just wanted to follow my friends just because I didn't want to be alone. And I had like, by that time, I'd experienced like so much loss and pain and stuff that I just didn't really want to be by myself. And like the idea of going to a whole new school where I didn't know anybody was just too terrifying. But like, don't let that scare you. There's friends everywhere, and I can testify to this because I used to move around a lot. Just like apply where you want to apply. Just because everyone's going to like, let's just say like here in Georgia, a lot of places that people go is like UGA, KSU, Georgia State. Our school, a lot of people go there. So don't just go wherever your friends are going. Go somewhere that offers you what you're looking for in a school. And like, don't just think about academics. Think about like campus size. Try to take a tour if you can. Think about like everything there is to think about, to be honest. Not just, you know, if it's a party school or not. Don't let people pressure you into applying to colleges and going wherever they go. Just because all your friends want to go to UGA doesn't mean you have to go to UGA. Maybe West Georgia has something more to offer for you, and feel fine with packing up and moving away from, you know, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I have like a lot of people who go to West Georgia and they, enjoy it, I would assume. I never heard nothing like
bad about it.
Yeah, but I went to Augusta State University my first year, which is about 2 hours and 30 minutes from my house.
Your first semester?
Yeah, my first semester. It was my first semester of college ever. Which is about 2 hours and 30 minutes away from my house. I had, my original major was exercise science, or like kinesiology, so I wanted to be a physical therapist. So I chose that school because they have a really good exercise science program and everything like that. They have nice dorms. I would have my own room. I wouldn't have to like have a community shower, like a community bathroom, which is one of the things that if people do that, then that's you. But like, I just didn't want to do that. But they didn't have any of that, so I was there for about a month and a half, missing everybody, missing my friends, missing my family, missing, a whole bunch of people. And, I was like, I was missing them, but I was like, all right, I'll get through it. I had already made plans, by the time I was going to this school, I was already like, all right, I'm about to transfer to another school within like, the next year. And as time went along, it didn't get any better. Every time I would leave, like when I would come home and I would leave, I would cry going all the way back to school. And I had amazing friends there. Like two of my roommates were amazing. The person I was staying in the room with was the worst person ever, and I hope she watched this. Just let you know, you're a horrible person. Sorry. And they say like, oh, when you room with somebody, you know them, blah blah blah. Like, I knew this girl, and it just, for whatever reason, it just didn't work.
Well, living with people, when you know somebody and you never lived with them before, you see another side of them.
Yeah, and it's like, just certain stuff I wouldn't do, and when you do that, it's just like, it's not okay. But like my two roommates who were in the other room, I just messed my dang little eyebrow up. My two roommates that were in the other room were like amazing. They were amazing. They helped me through so much. I was going through a lot while I was down there. I ended up going through depression. I ended up losing a lot of weight. I was not eating while I was down there. So, when I finally told my parents about it, I just broke down. I was like, please don't make me go back there. Like, I was crying. It was horrible. It was awful, you know. And I wish I would have told them sooner, because, you know, I didn't, you know, seeing somebody know you're hurting, you know, not really, they didn't know, but they knew we already knew I was coming home, but they didn't know how bad it was. They didn't know I wasn't eating, that I was laying in the bed all day long. I would lay in the bed all day long. So it was a very, you know, something I had never gone through. I had never gone through depression before, so that was my first time. I had never gone through like a stage when I wasn't eating and I didn't feel the need to eat. So I just encourage you that if you feel like, you know, and I didn't know that a lot of people went through this, you know. Me, all my family has basically gone to college, they've graduated. So me sitting here thinking like I'm gonna fail out of college, I was just like, this is not gonna work. And eventually, you know, my parents found out, so I got to move back home, thankfully, by the grace of God. I was able to move back home, and I'm able to go to a different school now where I'm doing much better where I am now, and I'm having much more fun. But I just suggest to you, like, if it doesn't feel right, then there's nothing wrong with that. People don't get it right the first time, which is one thing that I really struggled with. I was like, you know, you're supposed to get it right the first time and be done, you know. But if you don't get it right the first time, then definitely don't freak out about it. People take breaks, people take time off, people take a year off, take 3 years off. Do what you need to do in order for you to be most successful, in order for you to get the grades that you need to get, in order for you to prosper in life.
Yeah. Not everybody has to go to school and graduate in 4 years.
Yeah.
I know for me, since I've actually never talked about this on our channel. I've talked about it on my own channel, but I suffer from 2 different chronic illnesses. So I know, like, right now I'm still in the 4-year path, but eventually if I have to take a semester off because I'm too sick, or I can't, you know, load down on all my classes and still be able to graduate in 4 years, I'm perfectly fine with graduating in 5 or 6 years, or, you know, whatever God's plan for me is, I'm fine with that. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing, you know. Just because your friend is graduating in 4 years doesn't mean you have to.
Yeah. I mean, if, you know, your friend does, I don't even know why, you know, people are like, oh, see you in 4 years. Like, that's not something that I feel like you should say anymore, because so much stuff happens. People, you can find the love of your life, or you could get pregnant, you know. It's like unexpected, but stuff happens. So, you know, God forbid that happened to me. I ain't trying to
find the love of your life or getting pregnant.
Getting pregnant before I graduate. I don't want to get pregnant right now. Which, you know, like I always say, whatever God wants. If you want that, then, you know, I need to make sure.
You don't even have enough power to not do what God wants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's meant to be will be. And I guess I can, since she touched on her college story, I was completely devastated that I had to go to the college that I'm going to right now. At the time, Tori had decided that she was going to Augusta, and like one of my other friends was going to Kennesaw, and like I was just like
in shambles.
I was so, to say that I was like in shambles is just like, that's too light of a word. I don't even know how to explain like how I felt, because I didn't apply to many schools, which that's also what I'm going to say to people who are applying to college right now. Don't just apply to one school because that's your dream school. Apply to many schools so you have options, because I only applied to 2 and I had 0 options because I couldn't go to the college of my dreams, and I got into the college of my dreams, which is where it's almost worse to get into the college that you want to go to and not be able to afford to go than like not getting in, because that's a no. What I had was a yes, and then like something is just in your reach and you can't get it. So I was completely devastated. I felt like I was too smart to not to like, you know, blow myself up or toot my own horn. But I was just like, I got into this like really prestigious school, and it's really hard to get in, and their acceptance rate isn't even 50%. And I got in, and it's like, now I'm gonna have to go to, but like I had to go to the school that I'm going right now. So it's like stuff like that happens when you're in your senior year, or like even in like how Tori talked about her first semester freshman year experience, and it's like, it seems like it's the end of the world. you go through a bunch of different stuff. She had her first bout with mental health things, and like it was my first time being told like, no, actually the things that you want might not be like what's actually meant for you. So like if you have an experience that isn't exactly like your friends, or like, you know, like I said, all my friends were going off to college and I was instead staying home, going local, not even living on campus. It's like what's like typical isn't typical anymore. There's plenty of, like, even if you're going to a community college or junior college, that's fine. It's like as long as you're getting your education, and like the more expensive colleges aren't always the best colleges.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, unless you go into like an Ivy League. Yeah, Ivy Leagues can't touch like everywhere else, but like the school that I got
y'all learning the same thing I'm learning, and I don't have to pay $9,000 to live in and for tuition, all that. I mean, it's like whatever you want to do, but
yeah, it's what's best for you is like what you need to focus on, because like I said, just because your friend is doing it doesn't mean you should do it, and doesn't mean you are able to.
Yeah, because I mean, our stories are completely different. She felt like, you know, we were going out of state, you know, and she's stuck here, but like, you know, I was like, dang, I wish I was in Liza's shoes when I'm still at home. Like,
yeah, and like I even still have moments now where I'm just like, I wish I had went off to college, but I didn't have to take out a loan to go to school, so
yeah.
And I'm getting the same degree that some of my other friends are getting.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is
take your own path. Yeah.
Do what you feel like is best for you. Don't, like she said, don't follow nobody, and basically follow your heart and God's plan. If you're not Christian, you know, whatever.
Yeah. If you're Christian, pray about it, because I wish that if I'm Christian, but like sometimes I worry more than I pray, and if I had to just like prayed about it, like, God, if I'm meant to go to Agnes, let me go. Then I would have eased a lot of my worry, but I didn't. I just beat myself up.
Yeah, and like they say, like praying and worrying don't go together. So once you pray about something, like,
you gotta give it up to God.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about college, boys.
First kisses, first makeouts.
Ugh. Yeah, we discussed that. I don't know what else there is to say. Follow your heart. Pray if that's what you do. Try to have a friend that you can like talk to about certain things, because I know like me and Tori didn't even like tell each other exactly how we were both feeling when she was away, and it's like if you have a friend that you can like lean on and talk to, it's way better. Makes everything easier.
Yeah.
If we're making my makeup. Ooh, hun. This makeup is not the move. This is probably the worst I've ever looked. I know it's PE, but like
there's kickboxing, walking, volleyball, badminton. I'm trying to take something I heard of and that I'm gonna be good at. Kickboxing, I can do.
Girl, you're crazy.
I can do that.
I'm not on my best day.
Have fun with that, kicking your leg up. And
I
shit.
can do walking, just not on my period. I'm gonna have to sit out. I'm on period. Let me sit out, please.
People who be in the walking class be looking like idiots. It's an easy A. I'm gonna take walking.
But I heard there's a lot of tests. That's why I'm not sure. That's
tests on what? 1, 2, 3. You go first. Okay, guys. So that's the end of our video.
We are. This is us. This is like a basic makeup, like every day. I don't put makeup on every day. I'm not one of those people. I get up. I barely brush my hair. So.
I thought you were gonna say your teeth. I was like, sis, don't say that.
I brush my teeth.
Yeah, this is my like to go to makeup if I'm going out, but like it's a little patchy because I couldn't really see. But this is what we look like.
This is what we look like.
Yeah.
I like my glasses. I just got these glasses.
Like this video if you want to see more from us.
Yeah, subscribe.
And, leave us like video suggestions in the comments, or tweet us video suggestions. Let us know some more topics, so if we do another one of these. Other than that, I think we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, we're logging off, so deuces.
Toodles!